Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so we are starting off on yet another endeavor to our asteroid that we just put into orbit. Now, I did change the orbit on it a little bit. It took me a very long time, but we'll be talking about that a little bit later. For right now, no video for almost like a week or so. For all you new people, welcome. I usually do videos a little bit more frequent than that, and you know, for the last couple weeks I have been bombarded by stuff at my school and personal life, and I just want to kind of apologize to a lot of you guys. I know I really don't need to apologize to anyone for not releasing videos, because it doesn't really affect you or me in any kind of really any way. I mean, I'm sure you guys are wondering what's happened to me, or if I'm just flat out done or something like that, but I'm pretty much probably sounding like a broken record at this point, which I really do apologize for. For those of you who have been subscribed to me for a long time, you do know that this is not a normal thing, at least for the most part. But I do want to let you guys know, I mean, I've been going to school 4 days a week and work full-time 5 days a week, so I haven't had very much time to really do anything other than study for classes, do homework, and do papers, and it really has been taking a toll on my personal life. It has been taking a toll on just about everything. Nothing has been the same for a very long time. Everything has it just really has affected me a lot with a lot of things, and even my grades are suffering because of it in certain areas. My YouTube channel obviously is suffering because you guys haven't seen any new content for a very long time, and I do apologize once again, and I don't want to again sound like a broken record or just keep giving you guys false hopes or false promises that things will return to normal as soon as possible, which I can't really say when they will, but they will eventually. I want to say that my classes are getting close to being done, which I am looking forward to getting my degree and just being done with school completely. But it's just been very hectic for me, and I just don't really know. It's a very tough balancing act between having a girlfriend, having family, you know, just to take care of and go and see, school, work, and then having a YouTube channel, and everything is suffering at this point. I mean, I don't mean to say that my relationships in general are suffering, because they're not, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm weighing the relationships I have over pleasing. It's just too much. That's all I gotta say. It's having an overbooked schedule with not a lot of time. So I really do and really hope that you guys will hold on and just kind of tough this out. I'm trying my best to tough it out. I've been already at the point of just not wanting to go to work, not wanting to do anything, not just wanting to go home and just relax and not do anything. But it's just been way too much. But for some good news, there's always good news. I did buy a telescope. I did announce it on my Twitter and a few other places. I don't know if everyone got any of those messages or anything like that, or anyone saw it, but yes, I did buy a telescope, and I am looking forward to doing some astrophotography. Now, the one thing I really am trying to figure out is what photography I will be doing and how I will be doing it. And I don't have like a camera, one of those fancy cameras that you just plug into your telescope and then you go. And I'm thinking about buying one of those maybe somewhere in the near future, maybe, I don't know, maybe a few months from now, if you guys would like it. I was wondering if you guys would be okay with, or possibly at some point, I don't know how I would set it up or what I would do or anything involving any of it. But if you guys would like to see maybe a new type of video on my channel, or something dedicated towards me taking pictures of the moon and maybe some messier objects, or something along those lines. I really, once again, I can't really give you a good answer on what I should take pictures of. I have the telescope, I can take pictures. It consists of a digital camera being stuck up to the lens. So I do go through and at least try to doctor the pictures a little bit to make them look better, but, you know, once again, there's a little bit of blurriness, and so it's not the very best. My telescope, I will talk about maybe in my next episode, or, you know, whenever, if you guys are interested in knowing what telescope I bought, why I bought it, and you know, everything else as far as like lenses are concerned and all that stuff. I am not, you know, once again, amateur, very, very amateur. This is my first telescope I've ever bought. I don't really know a lot about doing a lot of things with the telescope as far as just lining up the objects and seeing stuff. I have the telescope can see Jupiter. It can do a lot of really cool stuff. It is computer controlled, and so I can do some fairly decent stargazing with it. I did not buy the computer controlled telescope because I don't know where these objects are in the sky. I'm sure if I took the time to learn, I would be able to find them. I bought that mostly because I needed some form of tracking on my telescope to where if I am taking pictures of stuff, I want the pictures to be as clear as they possibly can, and you can only get something like that with a telescope that has some kind of computer control, some tracking. And with a regular telescope, you cannot get that unless if you buy add-ons to it. So it's either I go and I choose the add-ons, or I go and I choose a one that already has all the stuff installed on it when I bought it. So that's what I kind of just chose over it just made more sense to me as far as a purchase is concerned. So let's get this lined up here. This shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, you can see the orbit of our asteroid is pretty much a near perfect orbit with the moon and Kerbin and everything else. I ended up doing that because I thought it would be the best way. It really wasn't the best idea, but I think it looks pretty awesome considering now that Kerbin technically has another moon in my game. So we will be lining up, and yeah, so I'll see you guys once we get closer to the asteroid. And we've reached the asteroid. This is looking freaking amazing. Now, the only thing I am a little concerned about is whether or not all this stuff that we are going to be attaching is going to stick around after we attach it or what have you. Oh god. Slow down. Just use the RCS fuel, the fuel that I don't have very much of. There we go. That's pretty good. So we'll stay here for a little bit. This is looking not too bad. So the one thing I will be doing is trying to stabilize this asteroid because, as you guys remember the last episode, it wasn't really going that well as far as stabilization and all that good stuff. So I got a few things that I brought with me, a few tools in my bag. Oh my god, this is too maneuverable. We will... Oh god, what is happening? Please don't break anything. Thank you, that didn't break anything. Alright, so we'll turn on the RCS and stabilize this a little bit, because this is not going as well as I planned. Oh god. Oh god. No. There we go. Oh god, what is happening now? That is not 100% good. So let's just do this. Just kind of move this stuff away, and that might solve some of our problems. Yeah, I think that will. Alright, so we don't actually have control over this one, but we do over this. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And all we have to do is just match everything up, and I think we'll be okay. I really do think we will be okay. Oh god. Uh-oh. Oh god. Nope. Oh my god. We are moving away at a very alarming rate, which isn't good. Not very good at all. There we go. At least we're lined up now with that. Just bring this over. And I think we should be okay. Yeah, this is looking alright. Let's check power. We don't really have any power producing modules on this, but I am not very concerned about all of that, at least for right now. Because these should just kind of line themselves up and be very much okay with everything. Now, I designed these to work kind of together, and that's pretty much the way I wanted it to be. And I did not want something that was kind of like a very independent system or anything like that. I did not want anything like that. Oh my god, this is not very controllable. Alright, there we go. So let's go up, because that's definitely the way we need to be going. Now, I hope that there is enough RCS on this. I did bring an extra amount just in case, and that's why I brought two of these, is just in case one of them dies or one of them runs out of RCS fuel or something along the lines of that. That way we wouldn't have to worry so much in case of a emergency. So I think we have lights on here as well. Yeah, we do, but they don't actually aim towards the structure or anything like that, which isn't that bad, but alright, this is just crazy right now. This is not operating the way I wanted it to. There we go. At least sort of. Come on. Go forward. Fix all of this. Just craziness. So we can target the center of mass on this asteroid, which is actually kind of a good thing. I actually am very happy about that. That way we can actually line up with all of this and everything else. It does really help out a lot. But let's just get this thing connected already. Now, I don't really know how fast we are. I feel like that is a little bit too fast, but the other thing is I can't even see where we are going with this at all. Come on, come on. Down, down. We don't want to be going up. And I don't want to smash into it. So it looks like we're getting fairly close. Now hopefully these do their intended job and actually kind of stabilize this asteroid. I know that it's a little in vain, but I'm looking to get some stabilization out of all of this. And hopefully it works out. Yeah, well, there we go. We got one connected. So we got one connected. I will be connecting up all the other ones. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm hoping for the best. But I will see you once we get the other ones connected. And we're back, guys. This is looking pretty awesome. I tried to space them out the best way I could. There is a reason why this one is lower, but I will explain in just a moment. So let's get this guy a little bit closer. Now we're going to get rid of this fuel tank, even though there's probably a lot of very, very good fuel in there that we could keep, but whatever. Not that big of a deal. So let's get over a little bit more. This is not the most maneuverable thing ever. Let's see. Alright. Now these are intended mostly to stabilize it, but I'm not sure on how well this is going to work. I don't know if the stabilization thing really will work out as well as I plan it to be working, but you know, your guess is as good as mine. I've seen other people use it as well, so I'm getting a general idea that it does in fact work, at least at some fundamental level. So I really am hoping that it does. Let's see, we're gonna need to burn over here a little bit, and then we're gonna have to flip around in order to cancel out a lot of this motion, since we don't really want to use a lot of RCS fuel, at least for right now, because this is gonna be a little hard to do. Let's see, come on. Alright. Slow us down then. This is looking good. As it is, actually, yeah, that's looking really good. We just need to be moving over just a little bit more. That's all I am looking forward to. And my god, this craft looks tiny compared to this asteroid, which is actually kind of funny. Why are we still moving away from this? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. That's even better. I thought we were lined up with it. Apparently not. There we go. Alright, I thought we had it set as a target, which apparently we did not. So, let's see. What are we looking at on electrical charge? Alright, we're really good on that. I can probably switch over to RCS controls now, since we are... Ooh, there we go. I don't know why I'm having such problems with docking today. I guess it's, you know, considering the fact I haven't played in a while, probably has a little bit to do with it. So let's just bring this down a little bit more. That's looking absolutely perfect. Now we need to just line this up, which I am not going to be very good at doing, at least for right now. Come on. There we go. I really don't have that great a control with this craft, but it's not exactly the best thing to be using for docking. So let's get this pointed up, which I hope it can do. Come on. Oh god. There we go. That's looking beautiful. This thing almost looks, I mean, at least from this angle, it looks like it's bigger than the asteroid, or at least somewhere a little bit bigger than the asteroid. Let's open this up. Now, I do hope this thing does shrink down a little bit, but not much. So that kind of is a problem, but it's not really that big of a problem. So let's get the RCS back on, and we need to go sort of forward a little bit here and there, and go down a little bit. We need to go down a lot. So a lot of these panels on here are pretty much temporary. That's the other thing I should mention. They're not going to be the main source of power for this station, at least for yet. I don't really know if you want to call this a station, or if you want to call this, you know, like a moon base, or something along the lines of like a moon base. So get this a little bit higher. Now, once I get this thing closer, I'm going to have to make sure that this is actually, in fact, close enough to where both the docking ports are actually clear. Now, I chose this site because I thought it was already pretty much as clear as it possibly could be. It's kind of on the top of a hill on this asteroid, so that's looking good to me already. So just slow down a little bit. I think we're going to be alright, though. This is a little close. And it looks like we might be... Yeah, buddy. That is awesome. So we officially have a base on the surface of our Asteroid Colony, if you want to call it that. I don't know really what you want to call it, but I think I'll stick with Asteroid Colony. That seems pretty good to me. And, yeah. So let's see, I don't think I'm allowed to actually transfer over any RCS fuel or anything like that. I don't think it will let me do any of that kind of stuff. Okay, so apparently you can transfer between an asteroid. I did not know this. See, I read somewhere that basically you cannot transfer through an asteroid or any of that kind of stuff. It does not allow any of those kinds of things to happen. But I don't think I'm going to be keeping all of these service kind of modules here. We'll be getting rid of most of them. And I think even the fuel that's in this station, at least for right now, this part right here, I will be getting rid of. So anyways, guys, we now have a base on the surface of one of our asteroids that we have in orbit. I do have some other plans for this base as well, but I'm not sure when or how I'll implement them, but I eventually will. Let's see. Do we have any more asteroids coming in? Some class... Oh, we got a class E here, another class E, a C, and... I don't even know what that one is. We're tracking it, but I have no idea. Yeah, it doesn't even say. C and another C. So anyways, guys, if you guys like what you see here, subscribe. There's always more to come. To all you new people, welcome. And, yeah, I will see you next time.